Welcome back to Paddock Pulse, where we pulse through the veins of the fastest sport on the planet. I'm your host, Myke, and today we are peeling back the curtain on one of the most concerning developments in the 2026 technical cycle. We've talked about the dominance of Mercedes and the stability of Red Bull, but there is a storm brewing in Sakura and Silverstone. Reports are surfacing that Honda, the legendary powerhouse behind Max Verstappen's recent titles, is hitting significant roadblocks in the development of its 2026 power unit. This isn't just paddock gossip, it's been partially confirmed by the president of Honda's racing division. While he won't give us the specific blueprints of their failure, the world of Formula One thrives on leaks and whispers. Today, we're going to connect the dots on what exactly is going wrong, and why this could be a disaster for Aston Martin and Fernando Alonso. To understand the depth of the crisis, we have to look at the recent reshuffling within Aston Martin. The arrival of Andy Cowell was heralded as a masterstroke. Cowell, the genius behind the Mercedes hybrid dominance, wasn't just hired to sit in an office. He was recently relocated and tasked with a Herculean job, managing the integration between the Honda engine, the Adrian Newey design chassis, and the various external suppliers. Cowell has been a frequent flyer lately, constantly traveling between the UK and Honda's factory in Japan. Why? Because geography is currently Honda's greatest enemy. Unlike Ferrari or Mercedes, who have their engine and chassis departments under one roof or at least in the same country, Aston Martin-Honda is fragmented. You have the engine being born in Japan, the car being sculpted in the UK, and fuel partners scattered globally. Cowell is effectively trying to make three different languages speak as one. The fact that he had to be reallocated specifically to focus on this integration suggests that the handshake between the engine and the chassis is currently more of a collision. One of the most critical and perhaps overlooked parts of this puzzle is Aramco. As we approach 2026, the sport is transitioning to 100% sustainable fuels. In this new era, the fuel is no longer just a liquid in the tank. It is a structural part of the combustion process. The problem: Aramco is relatively new to the high-stakes world of Formula One fuel development compared to titans like Shell or Petronas. While Aramco has experience in Formula 2 and Formula 3, F1 is a different beast entirely. Developing a green fuel that matches the performance of established rivals is a massive mountain to climb. Reports suggest there is a significant performance deficit currently being measured when Honda's engine runs on Aramco's experimental 2026 blends. If the fuel doesn't combust perfectly with Honda's new internal architecture, the engine will be a lame duck before it even leaves the garage. We also have to talk about timing. Remember when Honda officially left F1 in 2021? Even though they stayed as technical partners for Red Bull, they dismantled a huge portion of their dedicated R&D for future regulations. While Mercedes, Ferrari, and even the new Red Bull Ford project were pouring resources into 2026, Honda was in a state of transition. They lost precious time. When they decided to return full scale with Aston Martin, they effectively started behind their rivals. This lag is now manifesting in the data. While Mercedes and Red Bull are reportedly experimenting with high-compression thermal tricks, going from 16:1 to 18:1 ratios to gain massive lap time, Honda is still struggling with basic optimization. If the integration isn't perfect, that 0.4-second gap we see in rumors could easily double. For a driver like Fernando Alonso, who is likely looking at 2026 as his final shot at a third world title, this is a nightmare scenario. If the fuel and integration issues weren't enough, we've hit the core of the problem: the battery. In the 2026 regulations, the electrical output is jumping to nearly 50% of the total power. The car's ability to harvest and deploy energy is no longer a bonus, it is the foundation of the car's speed. There are serious whispers coming out of the simulations that Honda is dangerously behind in battery technology. If the battery is inefficient, we won't just see slow cars. We will see cars losing speed in the middle of long straights because they've run out of juice. If Honda's battery density and discharge rates aren't up to par with Mercedes or Ferrari, the Aston Martin will be a sitting duck on tracks like Spa or Monza. The president of Honda Racing admitted that while the problems aren't fatal, they are significantly delaying the planned development milestones. In F1, a delay in February means a disaster in March. This project was supposed to be the dream team: Newey, Honda, Alonso, and Aramco. But right now, it looks like a collection of brilliant pieces that simply don't fit together. Can Andy Cowell bridge the gap between Japan and the UK in time? Only the dyno will tell. I want to know what you think. Is Honda just playing mind games, or should Aston Martin fans be genuinely worried about 2026? Let's talk in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a pulse. If you want to support the channel, check out Paddock BR for the best gear. Use code PAYDDOCKPULSE for a discount and free shipping. Also, grab your favorite racing games at Instant Gaming via the link below. And as always, a huge thanks to our partners at Aramco Global and Evo Design. This is Myke, signing off. I'll see you at the next turn.